Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to a Let's Sample of a game called Sol Zero. Sol meaning like solar system. It's a Mars colonization game, just came out on Steam yesterday. It's a game that I bought about 6 months ago from the developer, and it's a fun little colony building game on the surface of Mars. Different landing spots you have available to you, with different compositions of available resources. And I would imagine I haven't done a dark side, but I'm guessing that solar is far more difficult there. I'm hoping that it takes that into account. You also have Europa, which is off of Jupiter, one of its moons. You've got Moon. There's Earth over there. That is Jupiter, right? That's not... yeah, there's no rings. That's Jupiter. So back to Mars. We're going to use the Gusev crater. I've already been playing on it before, but we'll start a brand new game. And you have disasters in this game. You've got meteor impacts and dust storms. You've got dust devils, kind of like tornadoes that roll through. We'll go ahead and go with normal on that setting. And you've got a rocket to launch you and your supplies up there. And the first impulse that you would normally do in a game like this is you load up your astronauts some supplies and you go. And every time you do that, you'll find your little dude dies, because you've got to really do a little bit of preliminary setup first. So first thing we want to do is get some supply. Well, actually, the first thing I do is I get the forklift and a couple of rovers up there. And that's your 7,000 pounds. So without supplies, you're at 6,000 pounds already. That's what your lander weighs. So you've got 1,000 pounds to play with. And normally that is with an astronaut and some food and water and supplies, some combination of that. You also have a methane extractor. I'm not going to put it on this particular launch, but maybe next one we will. And it will grab methane and water from the atmosphere and use that to refuel this guy so we can launch from Mars and come back here, which essentially clears up some space on your map so you can build where that thing was sitting. Let's go ahead and launch. It's got a real nice launch graphic here to watch. And we're moving from Earth out to Mars orbit. That's their little load graphic, kind of nice. And here is our map. The map will be the same for each of the, each time you play the game, though the boulders are procedurally generated. And if we hit grid, this will show us kind of a grid of all of our potential minerals. I'm going to, let's see. The challenge of where to put this guy is you want it close to where you're going to be building, but you don't want it in the way. This particular one's not going to have building supplies, so let's just tuck him up in a corner somewhere. There, he drops in. Click on him, pull out our various little equipment there. There's our forklift. We'll right click and send him over here. WASD moves you around the map. And click on both those guys, move them around. We turn excuse me, this guy to explore and then set a route. We can have, well, we've got to left click to get the route to go. We'll send him all around. He'll try and find whatever is underground around us. Yellow is clay. Blue is water, or in this case ice, because we are on a cold planet. Let's see. We can't cross over various pits, craters, you know, meteor impacts, that sort of thing. But it kind of hides underneath this grid. Speaking of meteors, there's our first disaster coming down. But let's just send these guys around to explore the area so we know what's going on. In fact, while we're doing that, let's send this guy. Oh, let's get him out into this area. Let him explore over there. Our launch window happens every 120 days. There's an S here for sols, as in solar system, solar days. So every 120 days on Mars, I think there's 669, is that what it was? The question mark is our manual. Interface and controls, scroll down. The current date, Mars time, is listed in the format years to sols. The length of a Martian year is approximately 669 sols. So here is your manual and all that you need to know to run the game. This guy's going to head over here, and actually I can get him going now. So we're going to explore. I should have had him on explore while he was traveling. I missed that. Could have explored the whole path here. Route. Let's just get him going. We've got to kind of get ourselves set up as far as knowing where to drop our next lander. So red is iron ore, blue is water, green is methane, white is gypsum. What have I missed? Yellow is clay. I think that's it. There might be one more in there that I've missed. Now this pathway seems to be limited by the number of clicks. I found that if I take really long paths, I can go a long distance, or I can do a whole bunch of tiny little clicks and it'll run out right here. So I think it's the number of clicks rather than distance. I may be wrong, but that seems to be the pattern that I've noticed. Alright, so if I right click him to go here, then click route, I can get him moving again. Actually, no, well, let's go back to here. I want to actually see what is there. Then we'll hit route. There is nothing. Okay, you're going to go there, there. Rover has discovered ice. Oh good, we've got water down here. We've got methane too. I think this may be our building site. Let's continue our search. Go here, sneak around that boulder. Later you'll be able to bring a bulldozer in when you get to the bigger launch pad, which opens up the bigger ship and bigger weight capacities, because the bulldozer weighs 1,000 kilograms all by himself, which is your entire capacity on this ship. Alright, there's a few more here, and we'll send him down into the middle of that. Alright, we'll call that good. 90 days so far, 120 to our launch window. Got our options for the game with this button here, and resume. Again, this one was our manual. What else here? Counting down our supplies at this point. So we've got 0, but eventually when we get solar panels, the amount of power you have left is right here. Amount of water you've got left, amount of food you've got left. The controls of whatever you're clicked on. This guy you can automate. So he can carry 6 boxes of supplies at a time, and he will automatically grab any supplies from the lander to a crate that our astronaut will build, or from the crate to a building site that the astronaut is working on. So he'll help out. He's our little forklift buddy. Getting close to that launch. How are you doing? You've got a lot of pathway left. You have got quite a bit of pathway left too. So we'll let you guys go. The greater than or less than keys, or comma and period, will act as our game speed. I'll go ahead and kick up the speed a little bit. There we go. Take it down and click the red button, and we'll get back to our launch screen. This time we're still not going to bring an astronaut, but we will bring a bunch of supplies. So supplies, let's bring in at least 10. Let's also add the methane extractor so you can see how that works. So really the point of this episode, and probably one more, is to show you the game, show you how it works, and let you decide if it's something that's interesting or if you really could, pass and move on to the next one. I'm going to build a playlist of these Let's samples. That gives us 12, 12, and 10. I think we'll go with that. We'll launch him. And so we'll build a playlist of Let's Samples of a whole variety of games over the next coming few months or so. And I'll watch the comments and the likes and see if we get something that has just got everybody's attention, or at the very least what this does is it gives you the ability just to see it so you can choose if you want to buy it and kind of explore the game on your own. So I think we're building here. We've got water, we've got methane. So let's get these supplies down near here. We could do something like that. Let's do that. We still can't do anything with these supplies, though we can get the extractor out. He's going to begin grabbing methane and water from the atmosphere. You see these numbers counting down. When they hit 0, then he'll be ready to launch. As we build our own water tanks, water extractors, and methane extractors, we will build it up in our methane's here, water's here. We'll start to accumulate it, and we could hit refuel at that point and put our own water and methane into this guy, and then this will switch to launch and he'll take off. Meanwhile, we've got another countdown to go through, so let's verify that. Let's give him a new route. So we'll send him to there, click route, and we'll go ahead and explore this area a little more in depth than I had planned before. Working our way in and around these boulders. So we're just kind of spending some time here. There we go. Where's our other one? Oh, he's up exploring this area. And I think we're good up there. Let's go ahead and have him weave back and forth in this area. So route to here. Shoot him across. This is a little more boring part of the game, but a little more micromanagey, if that's a word. But it's a necessity. I mean, you can imagine in real life, thinking of sending people to Mars. How many Mars rovers have we already sent to Mars, exploring and learning all that we can about the planet before sending our astronauts to their doom? So that's kind of what we're doing. This is, in a sense, representing something that's realistic. Go through and explore what we have available. I think I'm kind of confirming here. We do have water up here and methane up here. Few and far apart. I like that these are closer. So I'm pretty sure this is our building site. I wish this boulder wasn't here. I work right down the middle. So I guess we're going to kick off to the side. What are you? Solar activity. Oh. Wow. That would have just devastated our colony. I'm assuming that this is a burst of radiation. Increase solar activity. Stop all motorized units during high solar activity. Low levels of armor may expose colonists to radiation. As we build our buildings, and as we advance further into the game, we'll have the ability to upgrade them so that they will be able to withstand more radiation, and our colonists inside won't be harmed with this sort of a thing. But this is like a what do you call the solar bursts that fly off the sun? We'll call it a solar storm that's hitting Mars right now. Thankfully, we haven't built yet, so this would have been a problem later. So we'll wait this out. We've still got 30 days to go till our next launch. The equipment is not running, which is fine. This equipment over here is... Oh, this equipment here is. Okay, let's stop you. Didn't realize it wasn't just localized to one little area. It's the entire planet. Where are you? right there. These guys will break down if they go through one of these bursts. So we'll go ahead and stop our activity for a while. And that's done? That's done. Okay. So let's quickly get these guys set to do some more things before our launch window comes. Dust Devil is imminent. He's hitting over here. Alright. Don't think he's going to approach anything that's important. Got a launch window coming up. Let's go ahead and just quickly set his route into here, through here, like that. Just give him some things to do real quick while we're bringing our astronaut over. So our launch window's about to hit. And we'll send you up into there. Okay. And you, let's route to here. And there's our launch window. We'll send you over and into this area. Okay. Alright, with that, I think most of our preliminary stuff is done. Let's go get an astronaut. We're not going to bring the extractor this time. We'll fill this one when we get the water and methane going. So let's grab one astronaut, and only one. It is really hard to keep these guys alive. They go through water and food, and once they do, there's no forgiveness. So let's grab 10, and I'm going to go heavy on the food and water. There's our 7,000, 15, 15, and 10. We're going to go that route. So launch, and I'll show you that we can skip this graphic if we choose to. Just go straight into the loading screen. Alright, so turn on our grid, and we need to drop into this area. Let's go there. And make sure that this guy is still automated. He is. He's got his supplies loaded up and ready to help out. Grab an astronaut. Send him to the lander to grab something. And let's head down into here. So we're going to hit build. I'm going to tell him to build a... Let's build a 4-way hallway. And we'll put it right there. So he's going to carry that in. We'll zoom in here a little bit to watch what he's doing. That takes only one supply. So there it is. Let's grab a straight, and tab rotates. Come off of here with a straight. Now unfortunately I cannot queue up more than one building at a time. And he's got to go back. In fact, let's instead have him build a pallet. Put that pallet right there. So we're going to do that instead. That canceled this building project. He's going to build that, and now he can grab... Oh, that's right, I forgot something. He can grab supplies, and forklift will start dumping these supplies onto here. We got to get power going. Negative power means this thing's going to freeze. And a difficulty about even doing a Let's Play for me is that the time it takes me to stop and point and describe something is time that he is losing food and water. So you've really got to keep him going, and I'm not the best multitasker. So I've got to keep him clicked, and I've got to keep working here. Let's have him build a second one real fast as soon as that forklift drops the supply. Alright, build. And you, why don't you go and grab any more supplies out of here? Are there some? Yeah. You go grab those supplies. Yeah, you're preloaded and ready now. You are going to build this, and then we're going to get more work here. But when we run out of power, this no longer has the ability to heat, and so pipes will start to freeze, and it'll it'll fall into disrepair. So we've got to keep the power to the positive. Solar panels get dirty. You've got to go back and clean them once in a while. Alright, back to building. Let's get our straight in here. Too bad he can't grab from here. I wish he would. What was that? Discovered. Okay. So our rovers are still out there discovering things. He's going to come in and build this one. We could put in a greenhouse next. We can pop that in right there. We'll do that. When you click on these buildings, these are the doors represented by these red and white slashes here. We will want to open the doors manually between the components. When they build the greenhouse, we'll open up this door, and you'll get access inside the building to each other, which means the greenhouse will get access to the oxygen that is available in here, which we haven't built yet. That's coming. I'll show you that one. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Click on astronaut. We'll send him over here to grab supplies, and we will build. Let's see, let's build another straight right here. Food and water are ticking down. We definitely have a time limit. Let's open this door. That'll connect these. The red flashing, if there was oxygen, the red flashing would eventually turn off. Alright, let's get oxygen going. Build oxygen generator right here. Rotate him into the building. Takes 2 straightaways to give you room to have a bigger greenhouse or habitat building, and have room for the oxygen, and have room yet again for another 4-way and build another module over here. He's going to grab supplies from here and come on over and start filling up the pallet. This guy is now done with supplies. He is also done with building up water and methane. So we can launch him. And that clears up a landing spot for the next lander to come down. Alright, let's
Copy.
keep working here. I'm going to throw in, what do we really need? Oxygen is happening. Food, have we leveled? No, we're still dropping. So let's grab another greenhouse. We'll put that right there. And then we need to get water going too. But food is counting down the fastest because the astronaut uses 2 food and one water per day. So we got to get the food situated first. Then we'll stabilize the water. And we've got to do all that before we run out of supplies. Any more supplies in this guy? No. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 supplies left. The habitat, or the, what do we call it? The greenhouse. Click on him. Requires 3 supplies. So 2 of these are going to go away right now. And then, yeah, because we're still building. And then we want him to build, next launch is available, build a water tank. So cryo tank water. As soon as he pops that, let's get this guy in. Right there. And luckily it's nearby. He's going to build it quickly. We've down to 40 food. Oh, we've got to open these guys up. Right there. So we've got to establish water for the greenhouse. Oxygen. We are open here. What am I missing? Let's open that one. Okay, he's attached in between, so we had to have that door open. So with this, we've got water. We're open here. I think it's going to take a while for the game to stabilize. There we go. Water, 200 is going up. Food, 28 is going up. Alright. Whew! We did it. We have got food building. We've got water building. We've got power dropping, though. We're out of power. So let's build solar panel. So 3 solar panels. Oh, my fingers are off here. Alright, so we'll get another solar panel going, which will, well, in fact, we'll get 2 going. And we're going to build them in different places. Let's build the next one up here. Solar panel. Are we done there? Nope. Let's wait for him to drop off. And then we are pretty much out of supplies. Oh, not enough power. Water lost in frozen pipes. Okay. So there we go. Power is up. We're going to get another one going. Just because these guys get dirty and then they drop off power. So, and then dust storms wipe out capacity for power. So we lost some water. Deselect astronaut to automate construction and repair. Let him do his thing. Alright, we're out of supplies. Let's go hit that launch window. And this will be our last run for this episode. We're not bringing another astronaut yet. Well, we could, but I don't think there's enough for him to do. So let's just bring more. You know what? We are stable on our food and water. And we have more. No, we don't have more room than we have supplies. All right, let's do that. An astronaut is 100. You know, that's not that much. Astronaut plus. All right, one astronaut, 15 crates. We were ahead on food and water, so he's going to probably stabilize us, break us even with food and water. We've got 15 crates to build more things, and 2 astronauts to do it with. All right, we'll do that. Hopefully we're not dooming them. Hopefully we can maintain that food and water level. But it will help us out when we get a dust storm. We've got to keep the solar panels cleared off, and things get a little crazy. All right, we launched this guy, so we can open up our grid. We can place him right where that other one went. Now these we're not bringing extractors, because we're going to make our own here real soon. Power is still good. Going to get this one built. And we'll let him move in. He's got to grab a supply anyway, but hopefully this guy is going to finish this one. I think he is. We'll have this guy build a cryo tank over here on the methane. Build methane. It takes 2 power and 2 supplies, but that's going to let us start building up fuel to relaunch these guys and get them off of our grid. Not going to place this till I know that that is secure, but we can get ready. Right there looks good. Population is too low to support the colony. Bring additional colonists and astronauts. Fires, air links, food spoiling, and other disasters occur when the population is too low. Alright, so let's get that going. So we have 2 astronauts. We don't have a habitat built yet, so our capacity of 6 is 2 living in here, 2 in here, and 2 in... Is there another lander here? I don't see another one. Did we go to the top? We went to the top. There he is. Okay. Any supplies left in any of these? That one, that one, that one. We have another astronaut.
Base, do you read me?
Sorry, I left you in there. Okay, so you can build for me another 4-way. Right there. You can build another... let's grab another solar panel. And again, this guy's in our way, so we'll go there with that one. And with this 4-way, I think we'll go ahead and put in our first habitat. Build. How are we doing here? Food is stabilized. Water is going up. Okay, just want to make sure here. So habitat allows us to house 6 people. Takes 2 power and 3 supplies. So that's going to go here. He's slightly wider. Probably need a second oxygen generator. Let's see how far these supplies go. Still have... Yeah, we are out of supplies already. Darn. Okay. I'm going to cancel the habitat. And I'm going to have you instead put in another greenhouse. So that one is more important. So we'll do that instead. We can habitat out of our landers, or our landing modules. What else? We've got 6 supplies there. This is going to take a couple. No, I think we can pull this off. Q cycles through your astronauts. There he is. We had a dirty solar panel. I didn't see it, but you guys probably did because I was looking elsewhere. He walked over and cleaned it off automatically. Sometimes they glitch and they get stuck and don't do the job, so you got to watch that. But most of the time they do a pretty good job. So let's go ahead and put in. Is our food? Oh, we've got to turn this on. All right, so let's open the doors here and here. And we do need to get that other oxygen generator going. We need redundancy built in. So let's do that first. Pop him in right there. Otherwise, I want to watch this food. It was 152, 154, now 156. Good. Water's going up, food's going up. So that has stabilized. Power, we've got some excess here. Little concern about a real dust storm hitting. We haven't seen one yet this game. When they hit, everything goes dark, or at least goes quite dim, and I think our capacity cuts in half. So we have 11 left. I don't know what that is out of. Build, each of these makes 6, right? 6. So we've got 30. We have 11 left, so we're using roughly 20 already. So, okay. We're building this one. We do have enough supplies to get a habitat in. So I think we'll do that. With you, build habitat right there. All right. Launch window is coming up here real soon. I'm kind of done with the rovers this episode. Alright, habitat is in. He's going to bring the rest of the supplies over. We can position him over in this area. You can keep these guys clean. He'll be available. He's going to go grab another supply just in case we want to build something else. Launch windows available. Alright, so let's open up the hallway here. Habitat will become active. He's flashing red right now saying warning, there's not enough oxygen. But his oxygen level is increasing. And now we're at green. We've got to hit at least 8% oxygen, though it likes to ride at about 20%. So with that, you kind of get a sense of what this game is like. I'm going to do one more episode, but we'll go ahead and hit a pause right here. I think that's our only way to pause. Our game speed only slows down and speeds up. It doesn't actually have a pause built in. But let me know what you think. Leave some comments, thumbs up if you like it, and thumbs up anyway. It at least gets it into the YouTube search. Doesn't necessarily mean that you want me to do the Let's Play, but at least it gets the video out there for others to see. Otherwise, let me know what you think in the comments. Is this something we should do a Let's Play of? Or is this something that you'd like to head over to Steam and grab your own copy? I'll put a link in there to let you learn more about it, as well as off to the developer's website. So I think we'll call this one done. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you next time. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.